Hi friends, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm just having a little break in my garden. It's the afternoon. It's a beautiful 70-degree day. And I think I am going to bring you along to get these last two garden beds ready. I believe the soil for them is going to be coming tonight. And I have an idea of using two arches that I have that are old. I used to use for weddings, but they're kind of a bit bulky and just not practical. So I've had them and I really want to get a use out of them. So I'm thinking of using them in this bed, running string to trellis my tomatoes this year. I've never done it before that way. I've always either used, like I used to use tomato cages, and the last few years I've just put up a few T-posts and ran some old fencing I had. A lot of people use cattle panels. The garden's kind of my thing, and I don't like to involve my boyfriend in a bunch of tasks. That's why I usually use these beds. They are super easy to put together, even if you don't know how to build anything, which I don't. I have no carpentry skills, so I also have not ever asked, even though he would, I've never asked him to go and help me pick up cattle panels and set those up. So I just use what we have, scrap pieces of fencing, and I've grown tomatoes on those before, but I'm really thinking I want to try the string method this year, because I think I'll be able to get more height on them, and my tomatoes always outgrow my fencing. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna kind of get this space ready, get those arches put in and ready for dirt tonight, and then we'll probably plant them out tomorrow. Okay, so these are the arch pieces. One is a little bit longer than the other. This one you can see stretches the whole length of the bed. This one is a little bit short, but I think that's going to be okay. So my plan, I think, is to kind of dig down a little bit and before I put these in. And then I have these from another wedding thing where we had to make sure an arch wasn't going to fall over. They're just trampoline stakes, so we're going to use these to hold them up, and I think that's going to work just fine. So let's get setting them up, and then I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so that's what it's looking like. It's really, they are, I believe they're 9 foot tall. Obviously the dirt will come up a little ways, but I think that's going to be plenty of height. Yeah, yes, you may. So I just need to grab a hammer and make sure those are nice and tight. And then we will attach the cross beam and we'll be good to go. And then we're just gonna do this one and then I'll come back and show you what it looks like. Okay, and there they are. That was pretty simple. It was a little difficult getting the cross piece up by myself, but where there's a will, there's a way. And my dirt is coming tonight, so that's exciting. So we'll get these all filled in, and then tomorrow we'll be able to get them all planted out. So next day, last night I got this one almost completely full. This one is pretty close. I'm hoping we're gonna have enough dirt to top them off so I can get it planted tonight. So we're just gonna get to it. Okay, we are pretty much done. So both beds are pretty much filled. I didn't do them to the top. Each year I'll probably add a bag of soil just to keep amending them, but this will be good enough for this year. This is what's left, and I filled both little round beds there. So next I've gone and dug out some holes. These will be my zucchini. I peeled back this landscaping fabric and I'm gonna backfill all these spots that have kind of opened up or dug out. Another one here. Backfill them with that soil so then I can plant some seeds direct in the ground. I'm gonna do sunflowers, a big row of sunflowers back here. This will probably be a winter squash. I'm expecting it to just tendril and cover the ground, and I'm fine with that. And then those ones up there will be the zucchini, and whatever is left for soil after that, I will put over here in this spot. Maybe make like some mounds and like 2 rows of mounds and put potatoes there and just see what happens. I might end up digging some soil from, I have like a compost pile where I dump all my flower debris. The chickens are in there all the time, so I might peel back some of the more recent debris and dig up some dirt and add to this too, because I don't think I'm gonna have enough for very deep mounds, but that's what we're gonna do. Okay, it is much later, and we are gonna finally try and get some seeds and things in the ground and get our tomato plants planted and see what we can get done before the bugs get us first. touch it? I'll fix it. Okay. Come. Here. Right there. Here. Back here. Here, stay in there. Back there. Right there. Okay, nice job.
Sunflowers.
No, that's it. That's all we're doing.
I'm doing one more. My tummy is wrong.
Hold on. Gotta find a spot to put everything.
This one. We can do this one if we want. Let's do this one.
Alright, hold on. I gotta find a spot.
Just look at the picture. We can do this one.
I gotta find a spot for them, okay?
Okay. They're beautiful. Okay. What would you like?
Whatever you want to do.
Would you like one tiny though?
Can you tell how long I've had these seed potatoes? They have to get in the ground. So we're gonna put them in these mounds right now. And then I'll probably just, since it's not very deep, I'll just get some more mulch. I'll probably get a bale of hay, a square bale of hay, and keep mulching it. But we at least need to get them in the ground, so let's do that. So I've made a decision with these green stalks, and I am just gonna take them apart and amend the soil and add these itty bitty plants that I don't really want to set out in the garden, but I also hate to throw away. So we are gonna just fill them up and see what happens. I just took the lid off of my green stalk, and look what I found. Oh, don't sting me. Okay, look what I found. Somebody has been hiding their snacks in my green stalk. That is so funny. I haven't taken this thing apart in a couple years, so these could be old, but that is too funny. I think other than one more little row of potatoes, which I need to find some dirt to do that one. And I only planted out one of the green stalks. The rest of the plants really were not worth even trying. So I might keep an eye out for like clearance plants when I'm out and about. And I need to get some more soil to amend that one. But for right now, we're just gonna leave it as is. But otherwise, I think the garden is officially planted. I think. I can't think of anything else that I need to put in. So I'll walk around and I'll show you what we did, and then I'll probably do another one in about a month, and this place is going to be, fingers crossed, totally different. So let's go take a look. We have strawberries in there. That's another thing. I might keep an eye out for some more strawberry plants and really fill that out. And next year, hopefully it's really prolific. Right in between these two beds, I did the acorn winter squash that I'm hoping is just gonna sprawl all over. Going this way, we did a long row of sunflowers. Against the back of the bed here, I transplanted some cosmos that were reseeding up front, almost all the way down, so that'll be really pretty. They're like a pink colored cosmo. Still the same in this bed. Onions, radishes, peas, greens, and beets that seem like they're struggling, but they are coming up. Carrots are definitely starting to pop up in here. We put our blueberry bush there. In here, we did all paste tomatoes. There's 5 of them. And then we did 16 two different varieties of bush beans. Here in the garden, which I don't know if that was probably a very poor spot to put that, but I did zucchini and summer squash here, up there against the fence, and then one right here. This was a bad idea. In this bed we have just a mix of cherry tomatoes and some slicers, and then back there is all dahlias, which will be super pretty. And then actually in each corner I did some varieties of pumpkins that I'm hoping will just kind of trail out and take over that kind of space down there. Okay, against the fence here I did some sweet pea flowers. Never planted them before, so we'll see. This is all the same. My cucumbers are starting to pop up. It's exciting. It's just cucumbers and peppers in here. This is the green stalk. It's just a modge podge of all kinds of stuff, and it's just truly an experiment. So I'm excited to see what happens. Hopefully something. We still have the kale. All the spinach is starting to pop up. And then I added these little tomatoes here. I'm kind of hoping maybe I can trellis up if they do anything. These are persimmon tomatoes. In the corner here, ooh, it looks like one's starting to pop up. See? I think that's what that is right there. Hopefully, or it's a weed. Cucamelons. And then I added some more jalapeno plants. Hopefully they bounce back. Over here I did the potatoes, and then I'll do the other one. And then against the fence here I did some amaranth. And let's see, did these even... I transplanted some morning glories that were up at the front. I thought it would be cool if they took over this fence trellis here. We'll see. Otherwise, I'm not really planning on planting anything because my goal is for this grape to take over, and it's definitely started to grow, so that's exciting. I threw some random zinnia seeds around here because I know that peony is not going to do much this year. This is all the same. The thyme's really coming in nicely now. This smells so good. That's pretty much it. It looks empty, but it is full. And soon it is going to be full of so much tasty food, and I just cannot wait. I can't wait for Walker to come out here and have garden snacks and pick dinner from the garden. We're so close. So excited. Thank you for watching. This video has spanned over way more days than I planned, but you know, in the summer, in the busy season, that's kind of how it goes. And with a toddler, things just take a long time. So I think this is 3 days in the making, but first week of June, our garden here in Vermont is finally planted. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.